In this making of video I will talk about my latest project, Get Back to the Beatles, a tribute album to the Fab Four from Liverpool. Most of you know me as a Gypsy swing guitar player, but besides Django Reinhardt, I'm a big Beatles fan, and I always wanted to record an album just with Beatles compositions, but in my own way. So the album Get Back to the Beatles is available now, and it contains 11 tracks. I got some guests on piano, bass and percussion. All the other instruments are played by myself. Let's talk about the instruments that I used on In My Life. And I think both instruments behind me are a blueprint for this crossover project. So on one side we got the famous Höfner Bass that was played by Paul McCartney in the 60s until today. And on the other side we got a D-hole guitar that is typical for Gypsy swing. So this is my beautiful Jürgen Volkert D-hole guitar, and to be honest, I played this guitar I think from 2002 until 2015, and yeah, I put it back in the case somewhere and forgot about this beautiful instrument, and I took it out for the Beatles recording sessions, and I got so much fun playing these instruments on all the tracks. So it's a beautiful guitar still, and I love to play it. And I didn't use the pickup, I just recorded this guitar with a Neumann TLM 103 microphone, and that's it. Just one guitar and one mic. So now we take a closer look on the recording project In My Life, and I will show you all the tracks that are recorded for this song. So I always started the recordings with recording a rhythm guitar backing track, and for In My Life I recorded two backing tracks or two rhythm guitars. One is left, one is right, to get a stereo sound, and I play also different chords or different shape of chords to get a different sound. The next instrument that I mostly recorded was the bass, so this time we have a Höfner bass, the same that Paul McCartney played. Then I started to play the melody with my Volkert guitar, and I did a copy of that track to get a bigger sound. After that I added a guitar that also the Beatles played, a Gretsch 6120. So then I used the Fender Stratocaster Sonic Blue, the same that the Beatles played. Here is a solo track. And I also used the Fender for the George Martin special, and I play also a second Fender to get a high octave with the same solo. Yeah, that's the little story about In My Life and the recording session that I did by myself. So it was a lot of fun to record Get Back to the Beatles, but also a lot of work. So I started mostly with a rhythm guitar track by myself in the morning, and maybe 3 or 4 days later I ended up with a whole song, and maybe I played 10 instruments in 3 or 4 days and the song was finished. After that I did, of course, the mixing, the editing, the mastering, a lot of stuff. I did the whole project, and I hope you hear that there is a lot of love in that project. And if you want to get a copy of your CD or a download, just visit my website and look out for Get Back to the Beatles.